how to kill inner demons. This is by my sponsor. Like I said initially, the belly, it is to cure SDHD, self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred. And so the first one is to influence us, influence others, and that becomes leadership. But that's what, because next 27 years, we're going to fight psychological warfare. The Third World War, if it ever, because many people are worried now, because now China, Japan is like, gearing, like, like a different force system. And India is against, like, trades. But the way the World War would be fought is more like a mind control, manipulating, like, false information stuff. That's why, like, it's very important not to listen to false news, because we are given wrong information. So, and that's why, like, my teacher wrote it as how to kill inner demons. It's like my sponsor, because it's a 12 step. And the whole thing is about becoming wholesome again. So the first thing is we need to influence us, which is no more self-denial, self-hatred, self-doubt, okay? Because that's how we get manipulated. The second thing is you need to really talk to other persons, listening. So I was on the radio today morning, like, I was listening. That's why I was putting it down. This guy, he says his father will always pick up the phone and the other guy would not listen to him. So he will keep literally his phone 1 centimeter away, it seems. He says, this dumb donkey or a hole or whatever it is, whatever it is, yeah, would never ever listen to me. And he's telling right in the phone that the other guy is talking. Because he says he's so confident. He's not listening.
The guy's like talking, and he's calling him all these kinds of names and stuff, and the guy's still not listening. He just keeps talking, and he's like, and I'm on the phone with him, and he's like, I'm talking about him to him, yes, and he's not even listening to what I'm saying.
And he says it just embarrasses his father is like that. But see, like 70s baby boomers are, most of them are like that. Anything, like they don't listen half the time. But he says it's getting to be a problem now that he's like retired. Right in front of the party, when people are gathering, he will say very bad things about the other person. And he says nobody talks back to him. Nobody challenges him and stuff. So this person in the radio is saying, is it possible people really don't hear, or they pretend that they didn't hear?
Or they just they selective hearing. They only listen to what they want. They only hear what they want to hear.
So the challenge is really, are they taking it as an insult, or are they keeping quiet because they didn't hear, or they didn't understand, or are people getting away with things assuming they are being nice? So like it's a whole new dynamics we are dealing with, because now these retired population is engaging with the social media, inattentive population who's always texting, right? So they only half hear what you're saying anyway. It's like a, what is it called? A perfect match, right? This, yeah. I'm like saying, seriously, I finished my dinner, and I finished, meaning like cooking dinner, and I'm trying to get my youngest one to listen to me saying dinner is ready. I said, Sasha. He doesn't even look up. So I texted him, Sasha, dinner is ready.
Because they look at, because they'll get the message. And then they'll look up and go.
And then he puts his headphone back. He says, huh? And then that is one, right? And then actually, another thing happened. My eldest one, I'm saying, Ricky, if you want to make chores with me, I'll pay you, right? So he says to me, your standard is like, he doesn't want to go by. He says, I'd rather not stick to your way of living and I don't want that job because he says your business ethics I don't like. I'm like saying, so I posted it on Facebook, like how in text he writes it back, right? Because now it's all I can only communicate with them with text.
Text, yeah, right.
Like at home also they don't listen to me. You have to text them.
It, yeah, it's like, and then the next thing they know, they're like, "Why you text?" Like as if to say, "Why you texting me? I'm right
no,
here."
No, they don't even say that. It's that's all the time they can give you. So I posted it on Facebook. My friend said, "Why don't you have him create a business plan for you?" So I wrote to him saying, "Why don't you give me your business plan so I can
understand?
I can catch up with your style,
I don't like your business style. Well, why don't you? Yeah, that's a good idea, though. Then give me your business plan, and we'll, maybe I can catch up to you."
So the new generation is totally off.
Oh my God.
And then my dad, it's like so inattentive, it's unbelievable. I gave a video for him to watch. And it tells, because my dad's wife yelled at me on the phone. And I'm telling him, "Dad, it's not okay." And he didn't watch it for 6 months because he says my wife is not capable of doing that. I told him, "Dad, I put it on YouTube. Everybody in the world knows." But he didn't have time for 6 months to watch that. Now they posted a family picture of my sister, me, and my mom. And you know what my dad did? He wrote on this I'm going to record and post it on YouTube. He wouldn't, I guarantee you they would never watch. So I tell my dad, when you only choose to compliment my sister, it hurts my feelings. He doesn't believe that. But he wrote in the picture how pretty my sister looks. And I'm right there. They would never even acknowledge that I'm a human being. But he doesn't even think it's hurtful.
No, he just
because for him, I am just a tool to give him money so he can come visit me. He says, "Of course, I take pride in you." But
you don't.
The thing is, it's not about pride. It's treating us equal.
Equal, exactly. I mean, I'm in the picture with her, and you have the thing.
She can be the pretty one, but at least
make a compliment. I mean, at least
you don't even need to compliment. Say, "I'm alive in your life."
Yeah, right. Say, "Oh, and you look beautiful. You look beautiful too."
No, you don't even need to say. It's nice to see your younger picture. Yeah. Be truthful.
Right.
Maybe I might not be beautiful, but like,
say it's
like
nice
you're alive in my life.
Exactly.
On my mom's side,
acknowledgement.
My mom's side, my uncle particularly will say to my sister, "She will look like my mother," and they will never ever acknowledge me. Okay. And they will only say I need to be smart because I'm spiritual, so I'm acting dumb. According to them, spiritual is dumb, like I'm not using my medical skills. And I'm going to post this on YouTube. Do you think anybody will see? No. I'm like telling my kids and stuff, "Don't worry, all of you guys are very famous on YouTube." I tell my father, "Don't worry,
you're on YouTube.
But post-humans, maybe they'll see this.
Right.
But I'm just saying, it's so funny. Everybody except YouTubers, I mean, I don't care whether they watch me or not, know what's going on. It's out in the public. But nobody listens to me. So this is just like that elderly guy saying all that.
Right?
And the interesting part, right? I told my sister, it's very painful when you guys treat me like this. And you know what? This is in California because she asked me to stay in my room. So
she asked you to stay in your room
because it seems my goddaughter's friend found me offensive or whatever it is. Like, they feel I spoke them up. I mean, like, it's like, because my energy makes them scared. Because I did healing, she felt I released the energy in her that is scary. That's her energy. So they decided to not offend them, to have me in the room. And I said, "That's the way my husband treats me. I don't need to come all the way to
California
California
would do
to
the
do
same
this.
thing. I might as well stay home.
I know, but they don't get it. It doesn't matter. So
So
I actually was watching what they were doing when my dad said, "You're very pretty," and you know what my sister said? Yeah, my mother's side of the family thinks I look like her. She's also confirming, not even bothering that she's not saying about anything else. But the thing is, right, one of my aunt finally wrote, that trip, I remember, I am coming along and I enjoyed sugarcane juice. She's like my godmother.
Yeah.
Her name is Kalyani. And so I wrote to them. There are 30 members in that family, right? Like in that WhatsApp group. I said, I am so grateful in your world I exist. That's all I wrote. Not even one person got it, understood it.
It's like it went over their head.
But without my teacher, if he had not taught me about SDHD, I'd be so hurt.
Yeah, you would react on it, but because you
yes, I feel it. So that's why, you know what? So that's what the micro influencer project is. If I can influence me, that is enough. And the other thing, like I told you last week, is one of the emotion I was working with my husband is he calls me honey, he says all the things, but he has such disgust on his face when he looked at me because he hates my dreads and he hates my style. And he says all the beautiful things. Honey, I love you. But the visceral reaction he has.
Yeah, he looks at
Yeah. So I asked him, do I disgust you? He says,
no.
No. He didn't say that. He said, do you want me never to mention to you when your breath smells? And I just woke up. My dad was leaving at 5 in the morning. I didn't wash my face. I probably was smelling like drool,
Yeah,
I was even actually planning to go back to bed. But the thing is, he asked me, did you take your chlorella? Because that's the way he'll control me. Chlorella is the way you pH neutralize. My whole life is about eating less. So I only eat once in the evening. So I have a ketogenic diet. So my breath smells sometimes sweet. The ketones, have a different smell. So my whole diet is different. If I eat garlic, I'll smell like garlic. Because I eat such a small amount, I can smell the day before food, and he eats garlic. He ate so many herbs too. So I might sometimes smell. So everything for him is a smell. It doesn't matter. Like his perfume is the only one he likes, right? Like my perfume, he doesn't like. So he insisted I need to take chlorella before I talk to him. Again, I'm putting this on YouTube. I used to do that every day. First thing in the morning, he'll say, did you take your chlorella? And I found it so overwhelming after that disgust look, because I'm doing everything right. I'm changing my diet. I actually stopped eating because of him. So I would correct myself. 2016 it started. 2016, 17, 18, 19. 4 years. Because of him, I eat less. Because of him, I drink less. Because of him, my whole lifestyle is changed. Still, if he can have disgust in his face and do chlorella, I went and gave it back to him. I said, from today,
keep your chlorella. Eat what I want and drink what I want. And if you don't like the smell, too bad. One of those type things.
So what I'm saying is, if I didn't have my teacher and my sponsor,
you would be so
I would be feeling broken now.
And you'd be depressed. And it would make you
actually, in 2016, I was very depressed. I felt very sad because it looks like whatever I do is not enough.
No matter what you do,
because even if you're buried, they'll only remember you as your smell.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, there's no pleasing my husband. There's no pleasing my family. There's no pleasing my sister. There's no pleasing my dad.
Take this and take this and take this. Do whatever you want. Because I'm going to do what I want.
You know what? I decided I'm going to eat what I like.
Yep.
I'm going to live my life, and I'm not going to do SDHD.
You don't like it? They're too bad.
So I decided really to influence me, but the same thing I can give it to you guys. You never ever, so the kill the inner demons, I did it as influencer, micro influencer, social media influencer. To influence yourself, 100 times redirect your thought. 100 times, 100 identity we have given ourselves. Hey, I work in Dunkin' Donut, right? So I smell like coffee today. So I'm saying, don't take that identity. That's not you. I'm a mother who is inattentive to my children. That's the way my husband sometimes comes across. I'm not going to take that identity. That's not me. I'm not a person with good gloss. I'm not the person who has stinky breath. So all the 100 labels, first get rid of them. So become an influencer for you by getting rid of 100 labels. So peel them off. Second thing is to become a micro influencer. You need to really understand who you are. And I found I'm a very simple girl. I seriously need nothing from this world to make me happy. So once I understood that, I can easily make 1,000 people happy, right? That's micro influencer. Is not only I influence me by taking the label off, take label of 10 people. That'll make you 1,000, right? So become a micro influencer, walking micro influencer. Put it on YouTube. If 1,000 people subscribe to you, you are a micro influencer. 1,000 to 10,000, you are a micro influencer. Once you create a fan club, if you go on in YouTube, you are already a social media influencer. So that's how we are going to run our 12-step program. Would you be an influencer from today? I want you to understand, would you be an influencer first, which means 100 label you're peeling off yourself. Is it a tough one for you? Because once you peel it off, SDHD is gone. You're not ready to peel it.
I'm not ready to peel it off, but I don't know if
you need to feel it.
I want to,
but it's tough.
But it's tough.
So why don't you make a list? 100 things about you want to heal. You don't need to work on it. Okay? Just July 4th, we can consciously make a decision to get rid of SDHD. SDHD. So, just like ADD treatment, right? Yeah. To make you feel loved inside, you need to not hold on to that 100 label. This is limbic therapy.
That's understanding.
So it's a recovery coaching. I know it is hard. What I'm saying is, at least silently within yourself, like how they say, make a list, right? You're going to make a list, but it's an influencer list. Because what you're getting rid of is inner demons that's torturing you. And it's creating self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. Okay? It's a memory of the other person who called you that sitting inside and torturing you. And whatever it is, it doesn't matter, but you're housing them rent-free. And it's not interesting anymore. So you really want to get to the next level. The reason is July 1st today, for 48 days, we have given a very nice portal. This happens once in 40 years in India. You're allowed to rewrite your life. Next 24 days, you're going to relabel yourself. After 24 days, you're going to become the influencer. So I'm going to work with you guys because my sponsor is working with me, and we do telepathically as well. So like when I was telling him, he's an old-fashioned guy. Like my higher power, my clairvoyant guy, he woke up after 40 years, right? So like my last time, 40 years ago, my mom brought him to that place, the temple. And so he looks like, in Wizard of Oz, remember that girl who does the bike, the witch? The witch. So he looks traditional, but he's driving a bike. And I was thinking, that's hilarious. So I said, you have some catching up to do. So he was playing today. Literally, right, when I go on the video, he wooed me, so cute. I fall in love with him again. Okay, so the song that comes on is like, we have nothing in common, I say. And what about breakfast in Tiffany? And
Oh,
she
yeah,
says,
breakfast at
she says,
Tiffany's.
oh, I remember the bellman. So at least I have that in common. I said, I don't want that song. So I switched it to like, Halsey's song where it says, like, I put you up there, and how does it feel to be up and lonely? So I was singing that song. So we were like dueling, right?
Yeah.
And then so he's like in the
Yeah.
mind, like, he's doing bike and he is driving with his old fashioned gear. I said, hey, we are far away from bicycle. So we were having a mental duel, and like it was hilarious. Like, I was like laughing nonstop. And so his song he played was Breakfast with Tiffany. The reason is I said we have nothing in common, and so he says, okay, I'm going to play this song. He thinks Beatles is further. I said, no, I'm playing Halsey's song.
Beatles.
So it was very cute because he communicates with music with me, my clairvoyant sponsor, and he's so cute. He's like, he'll woo me. And I said, hey, I'm married. I said, don't come here. So he told me, okay, only till 2034. He said something is switching afterwards. I said, I'm going to look for extension another 40 years. 2059. So we'll see. Like, but like it is cute because once you get rid of SDHD, really you can communicate with other people there. Because now we are so busy bashing ourselves, we are not even listening, just like that old man talking nonsense.
Yeah.
And we are not even paying attention. And that's the way the other realm is looking at us. We are so inattentive. So I want to get to the next level. So seriously, take off 100 labels. I'm going to at least change 10 people in my program. So you are off your labels in July month. Would you do that with me?
I will try.
Yeah.
That's all I can say is I will try.
That's good. That's good enough. I'm so proud of you. Yours went through. But that's